Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am MC5D Astrology and Tarot, and it's a pleasure for you to be here. If you haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on your post notification bells and share the channel. This particular reading is for the love for all collective messages, and this is for the inner/external self. So this could resonate with you regarding your inner feminine and masculine relationship and what's going on within yourself, or it could resonate with an external relationship between you and a different counterpart, platonic, romantic, or both. And it can also resonate with both, all right? So take the messages as it applies. Leave everything else behind. Again, these are timeless messages. So let's go ahead and get into the reading. I am pulling the cards as we speak, and I have 6 cards out here, and we're going to go ahead and get into the first card, collective. The first card says, "Don't change for me, ... change for yourself." Collective, this is a very deep message right here. I literally can feel agitations from you guys right now. I literally see people in the collective are feeling a way about either the inner feminine and masculine energy or the external feminine and masculine energy you are in union with. Again, it can be platonic, romantic, or both. Take it as it applies. Nevertheless, don't change for me, ... change for yourself. I'm hearing an individual getting lost in a relationship, and the other individual can actually pick up on it. And they are very assertive with how they speak and how they feel. They may have hurt your feelings regarding a conversation because they are very blunt. However, this individual is wanting you to know that you are so beautiful and you have so much to offer the world, but they can feel your insecurities from a mile away. They want you to know that you have to be willing to change for yourself. Don't change who you are for me. Meaning, some of you guys may have been in rapport and felt that the energy you were in rapport with, if you were to change in a manner that you thought would make you more attractive to this person, that they would love you or like you or give you the time of day. That was not true. So I see agitation also because I see energy collective that actually decided to change who they were. They became something unauthentic. And when you do that, you end up holding resentment for the other party and trying to hold them accountable for your own projections. This is why the energy is heavy right now when it comes to don't change for me, ... change for yourself. I am seeing also, because of what's going on in this connection, that this individual is now realizing that you would go to the moon and back for them. And they're seeing that you did do a lot of things in the relationship, and you did sometimes overextend yourself, which made it off balance anyway. However, now this individual is wanting to come back and communicate something to you, but you are realizing your self-worth and your value. And you are saying to yourself, don't change for me now, just do it for yourself. And what I'm picking up on that, collective, is you just want this person to be authentic with themselves so they can find happiness, whether it's with you or someone else. I'm also getting the energy of someone doesn't want to see you with anyone else, but they realized the way that they were and how they came off pushed you away, and it made you have to go within and do some deep root cleansing. And the cleansing I'm speaking of has to do with childhood roots and wounds that you have not been acknowledging or overlooking, or you have had some type of contemplation on this and you've been working towards gradually digging up the things that hurt you the most and healing from it. Now that you understand what you are worth and what you are capable of giving, you are realizing that you don't have to change for anyone. The only thing you needed to change for was yourself. It had to do with your mindset, collective. It had to do with your broken heart. It had to do with your broken spirit and your soul. Your emotions were all over the place, and therefore you were willing to sacrifice your true identity to be in any connection. And that is why the divine orchestrated this particular union or unions in your life to show you the places within yourself that you were neglecting. Next card. I trust you. Do you trust yourself is the real question. All right, so you guys know sometimes the divine will come in and take over the conversation because the message is actually coming straight from the divine to speak to both parties involved. The divine is saying, whenever I orchestrate a union, which is already technically within your natal chart, I am showing you how much I trust you to make sure that that person, place, or thing that you are coming into union with is not neglected, not taken advantage of, but is nurtured and loved the way I nurture and would love you. So the real question comes into place is, do you trust yourself is the real question. The divine is asking both parties involved that basically the divine knows that the world we live in has really corrupted us in so many ways. There's so many people out there that are dysfunctionally functioning. And on the outside, they may appear to have it all together, but on the inside, they are broken and continue to break night by night, day by day, hour by hour, week by week, month by month, second by second, minute by minute, year by year. Now, collective, the divine is telling you, you are aware of past generational curses, patterns. You are aware of things that are not healthy for you. You are aware of how to be different. There's something that was nudged within you to let you know when things were not okay, when something was wrong, whether you were a child or you're an adult now. There was always an inner knowing of something much deeper than what was being taught. The divine is saying it is time to go within that deeper knowing and to use it as a source of knowledge and reference, so that way you can change your ways and you can learn to trust again, because the divine trusts you and the divine knows that you have high hopes and high expectations. But in order to have high hopes and high expectations, you have to first ground them. You have to first know that you have to allow yourself to take a risk and tap into the unknown and be okay with making mistakes. Be okay with being triggered in order to heal. So the question is from the divine, if I trust you, why don't you trust yourself? Why don't you trust yourself enough to know you're worth changing? How can you not see when someone loves you unconditionally? Why would you throw someone's heart away? But better yet, throw your own heart away. That is the message from the divine. Now, going back into the message regarding the collective, inner and external self, I'm seeing a union where there was a huge, huge issue with trust. I see a person wanting to trust, telling themselves that they can trust, they will trust, they believe in trust. But in order to really apply that as application, you have to put in the work first to heal the things that made you no longer trust. So there is a step being skipped in a lot of unions collective that you're a part of. And you've got to learn that yes, words are powerful and you can speak them as affirmations all you would like. But if you're not doing the root work to make sure that those affirmations come to life, words are just words. It's all about actions and words. So you have to trust yourself, collective, that no matter what and who comes into your life, the most important thing is to be authentic and to be honest. If they can't handle that of you, they are not meant for you. So the real question then becomes, who are they? So never settle and never allow yourself not to feel as if it's comfortable enough to be honest, and trust your gut, trust your intuition, okay? All right, next card. Conditional. Yeah. Okay. I'm seeing collective energy just very upset right now. They feel that they are only loved and appreciated based upon what they can do for other people. And that is something that comes from a deep psychological wound that happened way, way before you started meeting these individuals in your life. This stems from childhood and your environment, you guys. You're going to have to dig deeper and to figure out what was shown to you in your environment that allowed you to believe that certain things, places, and people were only good based upon how they could serve you and what they could do for you, as if it was a transaction, as if it was literally the stock market, trading things, conditional. As long as you do this for me, I'll show up for you. As long as you behave in this manner, I'll still be your friend. But I'm seeing that people are not being taught, that people have many layers to themselves that they haven't been able to even identify. And sometimes you're brought in that person's life to help trigger them to realize the things that they have not healed from or dormant. And sometimes people do not know how to communicate that to not only themselves, but you. So I'm seeing energy acting out in a manner that they were actually very, very taken back by. And when I mean taken back by, they were surprised at their own actions and or this happened before and they're trying to figure out why it kept happening. However, in the midst of them being in their truth and being authentic, even if it came across abruptly, aggressively, whatever you would like to call it, emotional, they're looking at the relationship now as conditional because you walked away or this person walked away and you're looking at it as conditional. You're starting to realize that people only like you or love you based upon a standard that they projected onto you, that they were hoping and praying you lived up to. And the moment that you didn't, the moment you stepped out of their square box, that is when they pushed themselves away, meaning they pushed you away. Meaning they didn't allow themselves either to see the part they played in the relationship and how you were just a mirror to their own hurts and pains. So collective, I want to let you know that unfortunately we do live in a world where everyone is conditioned to think that everything is a transaction, but yet they also don't communicate their wants and needs. It is time that if you feel that you were either this energy or you were the energy that it was being given out to, take it how it applies, you have got to learn what unconditional means. You've got to uncondition the ways of the world that has taught you about relationships. And you have to really realize and be honest with yourself, nobody is perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. And if there's an energy that is coming to you being authentic about the ways and how they were and genuinely have made the effort to heal and to repair their relationship, you should allow yourself to take them back. It's one thing from somebody pretending to be a certain way in a narcissistic behavior and gaslighting you versus someone who maybe you thought you knew very well, but you actually didn't know them at all because there was so much depthness to them rooted in childhood that they don't talk about. That is why it's very important. If you're going to be in any type of relationship, you must be friends first because people have gone through so much in life that they have not talked about out loud. And sometimes we'll rush into these relationships on a superficial base level, not realizing that the first thing that that person needs is a friend. They need to know that you're not there based upon conditions, but you're there for unconditional places, times, space, whatever it may be. Next card. Grounded. All right, collective, it is time for you to realize that in order for you to have happiness, you're going to have to stay grounded. You're going to have to realize that things happen and you cannot change the past. So I'm seeing, collective, that the person you're in union with, or this can be you, again, take it how it applies, there is a level of groundedness that you are realizing you have to have in your life in order for any change or relationship to happen. This is the only way you'll trust the foundation. I'm seeing that someone is taking a step back and learning that it is okay to be by yourself and to work on the things within yourself that is going to get you to the place of being where you want to be. I'm also getting the energy of someone was very grounded in a relationship where the other one was ungrounded, and it made an unbalance because the other person who was ungrounded, who was in rapport with the person who was grounded, they were rooted in trust issues. They had a lot of unresolved. They had a lot of conditional ways of thinking and behavior patterns. So therefore, this relationship was not going to work in the manner that you wanted it to work, because one of you guys could have been grounded in the mental state of mind, where somebody else could have been grounded in the emotional state of mind. But if the other one is ungrounded in the emotional state of mind, and the other one is ungrounded in the mental state of mind, even though one and the other were grounded in one or the other, there's still a lack mentality within their relationship, which means both of you came to the connection with 50-50 or 100%. You were not fully infinity percent. So you were looking and seeking for things within someone else to fill up your cups where you didn't have anything to fill it up. And what happens is when you do that, you set an expectation that is so high to reach on someone else. So when they don't reach it or don't meet it, you feel away and you want to tell that person what they did wrong and how they didn't show up to the connection. But in actuality, they were just a mirror to show you what they actually do have abundance of. They may need to hone it and work on it, but they're showing you what you lack and what you don't have at all and what you neglect within yourself. So collective, I'm seeing that it's time to get grounded, and it's time to realize that you don't have to change for anyone else, but you got to change for yourself in order to bring someone in who mirrors the change that you have worked on. All right, next card. Single and happy. Collective, I see you guys just dancing in the 5D right now. But I'm laughing because I'm hearing the song by Trina, Single Again. And I'm also hearing Beyonce, Single Ladies. So maybe those are two songs, collective, that you need to look at. And I also just saw the song by Neo. It goes something about she took off the wedding ring, so I made it into a pinky ring. I'm not sure of the actual song, but I just know that's a part of the lyrics. All right, so I see single and happy. Collective, this is actually beautiful because it falls under I trust you. Do you trust yourself is a real question. I'm seeing a collective who, I'm seeing three parts. I'm seeing one who is already on the other side and done the work, and they're single and happy, and they're not waiting for anything to necessarily come in. They're just living life, and they know that the direction they're going in is going to bring abundance, and that abundance comes in many shapes or forms. It could be a relationship. It could be more blessings in their career. It could be their family or friends or travel or leaving behind a legacy. The other group I'm getting is that you are newly single. You are maybe just in a relationship, and you are learning how to be happy and trusting your decision and what you did and why you did it. I see some people were in a relationship and they didn't heal from the relationship, and they went ahead and went right back into the dating scene and market, and they actually got someone else caught up in their karmic cycle and hurt someone. And so now they're realizing that I can't keep doing this. I've got to take a step back and be okay with being single and finding my happiness. Now, for the other group of you, I am literally seeing a group of people who do not know how to be single and be happy because they've been conditioned to think that they have to be married, they have to be in union, they have to have kids at a certain time, they have to do this, they have to do that. The divine is saying right now that it is time to change your mindset and know that you came in this world by yourself, collective, You're going to leave by yourself. And it is actually a privilege to have your divine counterpart in this lifetime. And that is meaning if they even reincarnated in this lifetime, to be in union with them. Some of us collective are meant to be on the solo dolo journey because we have so much to give back to the world. We've lived many lifetimes with an external partner, but for some of you guys, you decided in this lifetime you did not want to be tied down. So yes, you may have dated, been in relationships in the past, but something is keeping you from your purpose and your destiny. And that is why these relationships are not working out. The divine wants you to get comfortable, collective, and this is for a certain group, that you will not be in an external relationship in the way that you may think you are going to be in. And you've got to let go of the 3D conditioning of what society told you is meant to happen for our lives. You have a divine purpose, and you have got to start living in that divine purpose and be grounded in it. And know that being single does not mean you're lonely, does not mean you're not worthy of love. It just means that you have a higher calling on your life. It could also mean that you've been through so much. Now it's time for you to just give back to yourself and be happy. So collective, always remember that technically, even in a union, whether you're married, engaged, or in a serious relationship or just dating, we are all single, because when we leave this earth, you don't take their energy with you. You only take your energy with you. And if you're only taking your energy with you, you want to make sure that even though people add happiness to our life, you don't want to leave this earth not happy within yourself because you didn't know how to make your own energy happy. All right, last card, you guys. This is beautiful. It says always and forever. All right, collective. I am loving this card, always and forever. Collective, I see that you guys are realizing that no matter what happens, you are always and forever going to be okay. I'm also seeing, collective, that the person you're in union with, they love you past conditions, always and forever. But for some of you guys, you are dealing with someone who's very conditional. It has to do with what you can do for them. And that is going to always and forever, bless me, be how they think and how they are. So it is up to you, collective, to tap deep into yourself and to figure out, what do you want to be your always and forever? Do you want to be in a union with people or a person that doesn't make you have to think outside the box, that doesn't challenge you, that doesn't show up to the relationship in a manner that you know you would show up for them? You are the author of your book. It is time that you take control of what's being written instead of letting someone write things for you or tell you what to write. You have the ability to be happy and to always know that things can go in your favor. Collective, also with this card, always and forever, what I'm picking up on is someone wants you to know that even though they cannot be with you, even though things may not have worked out in the way that you both may have hoped, or one or the other, always know that you are somebody very special and dear. And this energy that is saying this to you, collective, this is coming from their highest energy source possible. So they're speaking more in their higher consciousness level versus their 3D or 4D level. This person wants you to know that you are always worth everything. They just couldn't give you what you were looking for in this moment. They are still literally integrating their energy. They're still working out things. And sometimes you reincarnate with people and you just want to say hello in this lifetime. That is what you agreed to. But when you reincarnate, that hello tends to get lost in the wind, and you will end up in a longer hello and a more sadder goodbye. Collective, it's time to start looking at relationships in a much deeper rooted way, and to know that when each person comes into your life, They're coming into your life to teach you and for you to be taught and to be educated and for you to be educated. Everything is not meant to be romantic. Everything is not meant to just stay platonic. And sometimes it is okay with just simply saying hello and going about your business. So remember, collective, you are worth so much more than what we live in now and what they tell us we are worth. You have so much abundance coming in for you, but in this moment, you are going through some type of change and transition that is uncomfortable. For some of you guys, you've already gone through this change and transition that was uncomfortable, so you understand what the other group is going through. For some of you guys, it hasn't hit just yet, but it will, and you'll be going through all of those stages shortly. Whatever the case may be, bottom line is, be happy and remember that you are unconditional love, that you come first, and you have got to learn that no matter what happens, who walks in or out of your life, person, place, or thing, or even opportunity, that you can be happy and grounded, that those things won't change you for the worse, but they grow you for the better, and that you are not a conditional person, you're an unconditional person, which means you know how to be like a chameleon, and you change when you need to change, and you stay put when you need to stay put. All right, collective, if this message resonated with you, again, make sure you like, subscribe, and share the channel, and turn on your post notification bells. This was the Love for All collective message, inner and external self. I look forward to seeing you in the next reading, and namaste.